Hey guys, what's happening? It's Will, and I am back with installment number 2 of the Combat Workshop's Sprue Cutters Union posts. Now, for you guys that don't know, the Sprue Cutters Union is a blog carnival that's put on by the Combat Workshop, and basically every so often he throws up a question for all of us to answer and talk about. You know, it's kind of an essay question assignment about all sorts of different things that have to do with scale modeling. And it's good fun. And this month's question is why do so many scale modelers feel the need to have a gigantic stash? And is there some feeling of security in that? And you know, that's true. A lot of guys do. I know that you know, the guys that I talk to a lot sometimes have enormous piles of kit boxes in their workshops, and they're pretty impressive. And you know, who knows why they do that? You know, maybe it's just maybe they're hoarders in disguise. Maybe they are planning for the coming zombie apocalypse and want to make sure that they have plenty to do when they're locked in their underground bunker. I can't really say exactly why, what drives them to have such a large stash, because I don't have one. I'm actually going to answer this month's question from the opposite point of view. Not only do I not have a stash, I'd never want to have a stash. I'm sure that somehow it goes back to my childhood, where on the one hand, my mom was always encouraging us to finish all of our food before we left the table, and we ate a lot of leftovers. On the other hand, my father is an inveterate starter but not finisher of projects. Our farm is littered with the detritus of grandiose schemes that never got quite past the launch stage. And like a lot of young men who rebel against whatever it is that their dad stands for, that drove me crazy. I am a finisher. There is not much that I like better when it comes to projects than being able to sit back at the end of it and look, you know, with hopefully pleasure on my work and say, I saw it through to the end. I finished it. In fact, I'm looking right here in my tiny little workspace at the entirety of my stash, and there's 1, 2, 3 that I think could be considered stash kits, and they're motorcycles that I acquired because they were out of production, or you know, just because I thought that they were pretty cool, like the Revell Vincent Black Shadow. I have 2 B-25B Mitchells, which are accurate miniatures 1/48 kits. And basically, I got 2 because I'm about to start building one of them, and the other one I have because I suck at eBay. So if anybody else is looking for an incredibly rare and wonderful B-25 kit, I know a guy that's got one. Same thing with the other aircraft that's in my stash, which is the Tamiya ME-262. I just finished building one, so why do I have an extra? Because the first one that I ordered, I accidentally ordered from Japan, and I couldn't wait. So I went to Sprue Brothers, which I should have done in the first place. And then, of course, a week later, the kit from Japan arrived. And so I have an extra. And I'm thinking that someday I'll build it as just a different look of ME-262 from the one that I just built. So that's my entire stash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 5th one. Yeah, it's another motorcycle kit, a kind of an unusual one from Japan that I'm going to turn into a custom thing someday. That very well may be one of those grandiose dreams that never gets past the launch stage. I don't know, but I can tell you this. If my stash gets any bigger, I'm going to start losing sleep.